Most men think sex is about position, about what they do, how long they last, or how wild it gets. But that's the illusion. Because the truth no one dares to tell you, is that unforgettable sex isn't about the position of your body, it's about the position of your presence. Every woman can sense the difference between a man who's doing sex and a man who's creating connection. One fades when the lights go out. The other stays burning in her memory, replaying in her mind long after the moment is gone. When she says she'll never forget a man, it's not because of what he did. It's because of how he made her feel. She remembers the man who awakened her, who made her body trust him, who made her emotions surrender without fear. That's what real intimacy is. That's the power you unlock when you stop performing and start feeling. So today, I'm not going to teach you how to do more in bed. I'm going to teach you how to be more aware, more intentional, more magnetic. Because when you master presence, energy, and emotional rhythm, even in her favorite position, you don't just please her body, you imprint her soul. What you're about to learn will change the way you see sex, connection, and love forever. Because this is not about technique, this is about transformation. Every woman can feel it. The difference between a man who's with her and a man who's merely on her. Most men enter sex like a performance, trying to impress, trying to prove, trying to win. But women don't remember performance, they remember presence. Presence is the most powerful form of seduction. It's not about what you say or how you move, it's about energy. It's the silent message that tells her, I'm here. All of me, my focus, my breath, my attention, my desire, it's all on you. That's the moment when sex stops being physical and becomes spiritual. When you are fully present, you're not chasing pleasure, you're creating connection. Every breath, every pause, every look tells her she's safe to let go. That safety is what unlocks her sensual side. The one she doesn't show to anyone. It's not dominance that makes her surrender. It's awareness. When your body, your tone, your rhythm all sync with hers, she stops thinking and starts feeling. Science backs this up. When two people are emotionally connected during sex, their brainwaves literally synchronize, a phenomenon known as neural resonance. It's chemistry meeting consciousness. Her heartbeat aligns with yours, her body mirrors your energy, and suddenly it's not just sex, it's a shared vibration. Presence is magnetic. It makes her feel seen, valued, and desired in ways words can't express. Because when you're mentally with her, she feels emotionally naked, not just physically. That's the moment that imprints on her memory. Most men chase performance, few master presence. But the man who does, the man who's grounded, aware, and completely in the moment, becomes unforgettable. Because she doesn't remember how good the sex was, she remembers how deeply she felt you there. Every unforgettable sexual experience begins long before the act itself. Sex isn't just physical contact, it's psychological choreography. The real fire starts in the mind, not the body. When you master anticipation, you master control, not over her body, but over her curiosity, her imagination, and her emotions. Most men rush through intimacy, thinking passion means speed. But a woman's mind doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to patience. Her arousal builds through the story, the tension, the unknown. Every second you delay satisfaction, you multiply her desire. That's not manipulation. It's rhythm. It's understanding the biology of female arousal, which peaks through mental engagement, not mechanical repetition. When you learn to slow down, you're speaking her love language through energy. The human brain releases dopamine when it anticipates pleasure, not when it receives it. That means the buildup before sex is often more powerful than the act itself. That's the science of seduction, knowing that excitement lives in the waiting. Anticipation turns ordinary sex into an emotional experience. It teaches her body to respond not just to touch, but to you, the sound of your voice, the pause before your next move, the way you breathe when you're close. That's the art, creating space where passion expands, not collapses. Because when you master anticipation, sex becomes more than physical. It becomes emotional memory. It's not about doing more, it's about making every second matter. That's what she remembers. That's what she craves. Touch is not just physical contact, it's communication. Every inch of skin carries emotional memory. The science of sex isn't just about where you touch, but how you make her feel through it. Every nerve ending is like a note in a song, and when you learn how to play them in harmony, you create something far deeper than pleasure connection. A woman's body is a landscape of sensitivity, but what ignites her isn't simply touch, it's attention. When your hands explore with curiosity instead of agenda, she feels seen, not used. The body interprets this as emotional safety, and that's when her sensuality fully awakens. Neuroscience proves it gentle. Mindful touch triggers the release of oxytocin and serotonin, the chemicals of trust and relaxation. That means when sex begins from emotional safety, her body responds with intensity that no technique alone can create. She doesn't open to you because of pressure, but because of presence. Touch mapping is about learning her individual code. Every woman's body speaks a slightly different language. Some react to steady rhythm, others to subtle variation. Some crave reassurance, others adventure. The only way to know is through presence, feeling her reactions, her breath, the energy in her muscles. Most men touch to get a reaction, but the unforgettable man touches to understand one. His focus isn't on performance, it's on translation, learning her emotional blueprint through every sigh, every still moment, every shift in rhythm. When touch becomes language, sex becomes conversation, not transaction. That's when her mind, body, and soul synchronize with yours. She doesn't just remember your touch, she remembers the meaning behind it. That's how you turn intimacy into memory. That's how you become the one she feels long after the moment fades. What happens after sex defines everything that came before it. Most men focus on the act itself, the motion, the rhythm, the climax, and then wonder why the connection fades so quickly. But here's the truth few understand: the most powerful part of intimacy begins after it's over. That's what I call the aftershock effect, the emotional echo that decides whether she remembers you or forgets you. Sex without emotional resonance is temporary, but when a woman feels emotionally anchored after sex, her brain stores that moment as safety, affection, and fulfillment. That's because during orgasm, her body releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and her heart opens. What happens next tells her subconscious whether she can trust you or whether she must protect herself. When you pull away too quickly, when you turn silent or distracted, her body feels the absence before her mind can explain it. But when you stay, when you breathe with her, hold her, speak softly, stay connected, you're extending the chemical bridge between passion and peace. That's when her body says, I'm safe, I'm seen, I'm valued. And that's the moment that burns into memory. The aftershock effect is not about being romantic. It's about being present even after the climax. It's where trust deepens and emotional loyalty begins. It's where sex transforms from performance into partnership. Because what makes a woman crave you again isn't how you made her scream. It's how you made her feel when the noise faded. Real men don't disappear after the pleasure. They stay for the peace that follows. They understand that the final touch, the quiet breath, the shared stillness, that's what turns physical connection into lasting emotional imprint. That's the aftershock effect, the silent, powerful truth that makes her never forget you. Let this truth sink in. Great sex doesn't come from tricks, positions, or timing. It comes from connection, the kind of connection that makes a woman feel safe enough to surrender, seen enough to open, and desired enough to remember you long after you're gone. The real secret isn't about how you move, it's about how you make her feel while you move. Presence, eye contact, anticipation, touch, aftercare. These are not techniques, they are languages. And when you learn to speak them fluently, you don't just please a woman, you elevate her. You awaken something inside her that no one else has ever touched. Trust through passion, because sex at its highest form isn't about release, it's about resonance. It's not about control. It's about connection. When you master that, you don't need to chase love, validation, or attention. You become the experience every woman secretly desires: the man who listens with his hands, leads with his energy, and leaves her better than he found her. So if you're ready to stop being ordinary, if you're ready to become that man, the one she never forgets, then it's time to wake up, level up, and show up differently. If this message spoke to you, don't just scroll away. Subscribe, share, and comment below what you've learned today. Let's start a movement of men and women who bring back real intimacy, not performance, not ego, but connection. Because the world doesn't need more lovers who take. It needs more souls who give.